Okay, the next topic I want to look at is molarity. So this is just a really simple, we need to remember that molarity represents how many moles per liter. And this is a really simple algebraic equation. If you have the molarity and the volume, you can solve for moles. Just make one of these x, and you can solve for the other ones, right? But it's important to remember that if you have a number, 0.10 molar, that can be written as 0.10 moles per liter. And the reason we want to do that is we can use that as a conversion. So that big M is a conversion. If we had 500 milliliters, and we knew that there were 0.1 moles per liter, we could do a conversion instead of an algebraic equation. Likewise, if we knew that there were 0.25 moles that we needed for something, and there were 0.1 moles, we could put it in the denominator, 0.1 moles in every liter, we could calculate how many liters we would need to get this many moles. So the stoichiometry is an alternative to the algebra. So we can put it as moles per liter or liters per mole. Now, why would we ever want to do that? Algebra is really simple, and we've got that x value up there. Well, remember that this is really good for stoichiometry, because if you have a balanced equation and you need to convert to a different chemical, you can use molarities to just kind of string together a series of conversions to get from one to the other. So in chapter 3, we would say, okay, we can go grams to moles and then back out. So grams of one substance to grams of another. It's got to go through the mole ratio in the balanced equation. But now we can do volumes as well. If we had a certain volume of a certain molarity, we could use a molarity to figure out how many moles do I have, what is the mole ratio of this other thing, and then depending on if it's a solid or not, we could say how many grams, or we could come out into how many liters of that other substance we should have or get or need. So it's really useful to think about molarities as conversions because we can do stoichiometry with it like we've been doing before. And we can go from volumes over to grams of something else, but the balanced equation comes in handy here. We can use molarities to jump into balanced equations and go into moles, just like we have been with chapter 3.